Just wanted to make a quick little video on how to install this QD collar shit. So effectively, when you install this shit, it's pretty straightforward. You have the right assembly and the left assembly. You slide this shit on the dovetail. Obviously, make sure it's not going to be too snug on the actual receiver. And you screw these down. You're supposed to screw both sides down just below flush when you're initially installing it, and make sure that the shim plate with the position, I believe it's the no dot position up forward and facing you, with the 2 dot position down, is able to slide in while you're depressing this, which when you're depressing this to remove and replace the shim plate, it needs to be upward, and you press that fully and you should be able to slide it up and down, in and out. It may be tight. I had to pound my end a little bit with a nylon hammer, pull it out with a vice channel grips or whatever, or vice grip, you know. Assuming it's all good and snug and there's no play when you actually put it on the receiver, as well as the barrel, then you should be good to go. If not, you need to take that shim plate out and basically rotate it into various positions until you get no play forward and back, as well as side to side, all that good stuff. But then after you're good, you just kind of torque these down. I don't know the torque spec, wasn't in the manual. That's pretty much it. It's not that complicated, but to actually put this on, you rotate this all the way to the right, and you'll see it. There's a small tab underneath here that you have to use, that matches up with this cutout here, but it's pretty straightforward. So it's hard to juggle this around with one hand, but on a Socom profile, heavy barrel kind of deal, you'll see it line up. It'll slot into place. It's pretty straightforward. There's only one way it can go. Of course, mine got fucked up when putting it on, so I got to redo this once more. And so it'll end up slotting into the barrel nut like so, in which case you should be good to go. So you slot that on there, and then this kind of pops over, and it's kind of hard to do this one-handed, but it should be doable. You kind of press this down, and press this down and pop it over. And it's supposed to make a pop noise, but of course I'm doing this one-handed, so it's kind of finicky. But once it's good, you basically rotate this little knob all the way over to the left, and it's locked, and that's pretty much it. And if there's any play forward and back, for example, you're gonna have to mess with that shim plate and kind of get into a position that works. Otherwise, you're good to go. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I just made this video because I had to read the fucking military instruction. I almost couldn't figure it out for a second, but it's not that bad. I will say one thing I did not have to do. It does come with 2 spring washers, and they do mention that if you have any excessive play to the point where the shim plate comes out on its own, you basically need to start with the left side, take this apart, install a spring washer in between the right assembly and the left, the barrel. Well, not the barrel, the receiver, sorry. And then if there's still play, you use the second spring washer on the opposite side. And then if there's still play after that, you're fucked. You basically have to either get a new receiver or new QD collar. I don't know, but I didn't have to use any. They even mentioned in the manual that there's very low likelihood you'll ever have to use it. So if you have to use those spring washers, good luck, because you may be fucked.